This is Nash, they said.
Oh, they're just
Must
bringing out
be-
the same dog with the
Maybe.
What position, Mike?
Just quiet is the position. Quiet and trained. So I may just actually take this one here. Okay, buddy. Let's see how if you just stay right there. Okay. Look at him. Okay. How are you, Karen?
I'm well. I like your dog.
Thank you. Hopefully he can find a good home if it's not mine.
Maybe it'll be mine. We'll see. Yesterday, Hunter Henry talked about a get-together that Drake organized, getting all the players together in North Carolina, and how beneficial that was on several levels. Do you look at something like that in Drake in his second year as a sign perhaps of his growth and development?
I think that there's a lot of things that go into that. I think that that's part of it, being able to organize it. He did, I would say, 95% of it on his own to be able to plan the travel, the housing, the location, and everything that they were going to do and the places that they were going to do it. So I think that that's a large step. Not, he's dealing with other things in the off season, in the summer, and getting married and everything like that. So it was important to him. That was something that he wanted to do. It was something that he approached me with early on. So it was something that he was thinking about.
Can you talk about the importance of the 5 weeks leading up to training camp from the end of mini camp?
Well, again, if you want to talk about the conditioning, I'm happy to revisit it. I thought we went in great detail yesterday, but maybe not. We're all in this honeymoon stage right now. It's all fun. And it's all no, you don't have to apologize. It was great.
How much fun is this for you, Mike? You were here as a player, training camp, a big-time player. What's this mean to you to be here as the head coach of the Patriots?
Well, I just, I think we're grateful. I think we're excited. There's an energy in the building. It's the players seemed excited to go. I mean, we had a long meeting. That first training camp meeting is brutal. It is long. There's a lot of presentations that we have to get in front of them. They stayed engaged and then came in here this morning, and I'm excited to hit the field with them. And our coaches are ready to work and continue to build what we started on in the offseason.
Mike, along those same lines, you've been a first-year coach before. What's the importance of your first training camp in your first year as a head coach?
Well, there's always, however long you've done it, you're going to have things that come up. I think it's just about being flexible. It's about being able to adapt and adjust quickly and change the schedule based on the health of the team, or maybe just trying to have a good sense of where the team is and what they need and how much meeting time and how the schedule works. We put a lot of time into the schedule to make sure that it's efficient and giving the players exactly what they need to come out here and again, continue to build a team, earn a role, and then ultimately we have to prepare to win.
Mike, I'm sure you had a structure the last time you were head coach in terms of how to run training camp. Basically for this year, for you, is it the same kind of structure, or do you change for the kind of players that you perceive that you have this time around?
There's things that you need to get done, and there's a checklist that you go through, and it relates to the fundamentals, the scheme, the special teams, conditioning, game situations, red zone, third down, 2-minute. But the fundamentals are critical. It's the fundamentals in this game are a foundation. So the foundation has to be built here in training camp, and we'll adjust and add time and the way that we take care of the football, or the attention to detail and the ability to turn the football over, and everything that I think that we need to work on, we have to be able to address at some point in time during training camp.
Obviously today, Mike, it's acclimation period, no pads on yet. But as a head coach, what do you look for in day one to help you evaluate the team, where the guys are at, and beyond what they've done the last 5 weeks, but starting today moving forward?
Well, nothing that's changed when we hit the grass in OTAs. It's just about the urgency in which we move around practice, that there's an organization to it, that there's a flow to practice, the operation, that the substitution, we're working with 91 guys, maybe 87 of them will be out there today, that there's communication, the substitution is good, the flow of practice, and again, just the efficiency in which we work.
Mike, going back to the team meeting in the morning, what are some of the things you have to go through that makes it, as you said, kind of brutal?
Well, that's usually it. So that was after I met with you guys. So there's an extensive medical presentation, which is critical. And the one thing that I tried to reference to our football team was I attended a doctor's dinner for every doctor and nurse and every person that would come in contact with our football team through the course of the year. And we're extremely lucky to be where we're at to get that kind of care. We can get our MRIs, we can get a lot of our lab work right here at Patriot Place. And the one thing that Jim Whalen, our trainer, told me at that dinner, because I was like, there's a lot. I wasn't expecting there to be this many people. And he said that we have one specialist per every 3 players. And whether that's an orthopedic or whether that's a cardiologist, that is a neurologist, anybody that would have to be in contact with our players, we have a large group, and we're thankful. They take care of us here at Patriot Place at Brigham and Women's to be able to get in an MRI and get back and be efficient so the players can get back in meetings. All these different things, the concussion, making sure that presentation is presented. So there's an extensive medical equipment, wearing the proper equipment and understanding what that is about some of these young guys and their feet. We covered the hotel, we covered security, we covered media. There for you guys, there's a media presentation that there's a film that the league puts out, and so Stacy and I talked to them about that, and so there's a long checklist.
Hey Mike, given the trust you have to have with the medical staff, Jim's experience and your own experience and relationship with him as long as he's been here, how valuable is that?
Well, the trainer I worked with in Tennessee was a mentor for Jim as well. So Todd Torricelli, Jim had worked with him. So when I left here, we still all stayed in contact because I was working with Todd in Tennessee, and Todd talked to Jim a lot. But there is a lot of comfort there. There's a lot of experience on Jim's part. And so we're just trying to give the players the best care that we can as quickly as we can to give each guy what they need. So that's been good. And again, we always talk about some of these injuries are going to be unavoidable. It's just how we work from them and how we come back from them is what's most important.
Mike, there's a moment in a video that the team produced, the Forge in Foxborough show, I guess you'd call it, where the team is sort of in between plays.
What did you call it? I didn't call it anything. What is it? Is it a docu-series?
Call it a docu. That's probably a more apt term for it. And I'm the media guy, so nice job by you. The offense is sort of in between plays, and you say something to Drake like, hey, you've got a minute here. Talk to your guys. Mm-hmm. Why is that important to you? How naturally does that come to Drake to do things like that? And, how much of a focus will that be for you as head coach to kind of draw that out of him?
My job is to figure out what we need and what each player needs and do everything that I can to help them physically or mentally or emotionally. And I try to recreate these practices the same way the game is. The offense goes over there. We have a drive that lasts 1 play, 3 plays, 8 plays, 12 plays. It ends in 6 points, 7, 3 points, whatever it ends in, or a punt. And you go over there, and you have to talk to the coordinator. You're going to talk to Josh. But then the quarterback's going to have to go up and down and make sure, hey, we just had this happen on this last play. If we get it again, saw this defense for the first time. There's a lot of things because it's always going to mean more coming from the guy that's out there leading them. And that's all that situation was. No different than defensively. You're going to go over there. Linebackers and safeties are going to talk, say, hey, when I make this check or they're in this formation, we're going to have to make sure that we adjust to it quickly, or if we get this same, chances are if they had success with it, we're going to see it again.
Milton Williams told us a story about you pushing him in a conditioning drill. How has he responded to that, and what have you seen from him from a leadership and conditioning standpoint?
Early on, that was something that was important to Milt, was that he wanted to lead, and there had been zero pushback. He is fun to coach. He's very mature, and so there's zero reservation about his leadership ability. He's here a lot. He's here all the time. He shows up early. Gets plenty of work in, takes care of his body. He's a true pro.
At the end of the day, what would make a successful training camp for your team at the end of this summer?
Well, if we can remember what the objectives of training camp were, which were, do you remember?
You said no.
No.
That was yesterday. There were
I
three
know.
things.
Just build a team.
Okay.
Remember, Mike? Earn a role. You remember the last one? Prepare to win. You guys are on fire today. We're off to a great start. So if we can do those things, there's a reason I try to do this.
Yeah.
I don't claim to be the smartest person. So if I can just try to find some things that I think are important for the team and the individual, and then kind of coming back to the team. So if it looks like we build a team and there's some cohesion and guys are enjoying being around each other, are they competing? Are they taking care of each other? And then our guys starting to figure out, hey, this is going to be my role. I'm going to go try to dominate that, whatever that may be. And then ultimately, are we understanding these situations and can we try to win a football game? So that's what would be successful.
What do you look for in leadership, Mike? What do you want from your leaders, but also your captains?
Well, I mean, I think that I hope player and coach can be an extension of the message that I have created and try to, get that across in their own words and stay consistent to it. That's why we don't have a ton of stuff that we try to talk about. We try to stay very consistent and allow that to kind of branch off and don't tell them what to say, but allow them to have some parameters and things that we're working for. So we'll just hope that everybody carries that message over here as they work to lead their unit or another position. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.